I'm Kamala Lopez.
And I'm Chris Hardwick. And our tall, quiet, blinky friend here is Robbie the Robot, a classic of mistaken impressions of the future.
Back in 1956, Robbie stole the movie Forbidden Planet out from under its human star Leslie Nielsen. Robbie was armed. He wove fancy clothes for the heroine and even synthesized cheap booze for the spaceship crew.
Yeah, that's right. But so far, it hasn't really worked out for robots this way and for reals, has it? If your family has one at home, it's probably more like a toy or some sort of domestic servant like a vacuum cleaner.
Unless you decide to build your own.
That's right, because every family needs a hobby. And for the Maru family of Nagoya, Japan, that means crushing the competition in humanoid robot contests.
For the last 2 years, Ken Maru and his children have unleashed their custom robot, King Kaiser, on hapless robot builders across Japan.
That's right, we traveled to Nagoya for the heartwarming tale of a father, his sons, and their custom-built master-slave robotic control harness.
I'm Geek Dad.
This is now Maru, playing with his family by his home near Nagoya, Japan. In most respects, Now is typical. He has a job, a wife, 3 kids, and robots. Lots of robots. This is the most famous, King Kaiser, one of the more advanced hobby robots in Japan, and that's really saying a lot. King is a 16-inch tall hunk of hardware with an aluminum skeleton and fast-acting dual servos in the knees, and its brain stores hundreds of pre-programmed movement sequences.
At first we had a few little toy robots, but when I first saw a real humanoid robot kit produced by a toy maker, I immediately started building my own robots.
But this geek dad doesn't go it alone. He builds them with his 11-year-old son, Kenta.
The meaning of king is king, and the meaning of Kaiser is emperor. It has a strong name. I'm a professional engineer with expertise in computer programming, metals, and design and factory automation. I'm responsible for our robot's basic design. My children provide me with various ideas about design and performance.
When Kenta was younger, he started making little toys using Lego blocks and milk cartons, cars and trains. Then he assembles things with electric motors. That's when I first saw a moving robot. It didn't really surprise me.
And how do you know if your robot is performing well? Thunderdome! Hobbyists like Now and Kenta test their robot's metal at tournaments, techno sporting events where the thrill comes from watching their robot kick the servos out of the other guys.
My sons and I love robots because we are men. That's why we wanted to participate in a competition from the moment I had purchased and assembled the first robot.
As with any commitment to elite athletic performance, every member of the Maru family has made some sacrifices.
My husband is so preoccupied with the robots that he has no time to help with the housework.
But Mrs. Maru understands that if geek excellence was easy, every family would do it. Building King Kaiser took months. All of its moves are stored in memory, and Kenta, King's pilot, can actually trigger every punch and twist with this vest Now designed. Its sensors capture Kenta's motions and beam them to the King via a Bluetooth link. A microcontroller inside King Kaiser lets the robot mimic Kenta's movements. Embedded in the joints of the vest are potentiometers that transmit the flexing motions from Now's son to the robot. The robot is also equipped with sensors that actually let it perceive its surroundings and keep its balance.
The current master-slave vest reads only upper body movement, the waist and arms. It's not attached to anything below the waist, so the robot's lower body is operated by this controller.
It's sort of like controlling the Master Chief, only instead of fighting on the broken ring world of Halo, you're on your kitchen table. 2 gyro sensors provide stability and balance for pitch and roll. And an accelerometer tells the robot when it's falling, and whether or not it's face down or face up.
Because the robot knows whether it's lying on its back or its stomach, it can use several pre-programmed methods of standing up.
An optoelectric sensor is used for detecting targets and attacking them.
The attack system of King Kaiser is controlled by 2 automatic battle system modes. First, it automatically figures out whether a left or right attack is needed. It detects the enemy with this sensor. If it recognizes an enemy, It attacks on its own without any command from the outside.
Kaiser hasn't always been king. Now and Kenta actually sent the robot into the ring 2 years ago, and it got owned real bad.
When we lost the first competition, my son shed real tears because he was so hugely disappointed. When I saw those tears, something big changed inside me, and I promised myself that I would never let my child cry again.
2 months later, a new generation of King Kaiser had risen from the ashes, and this time, vengeance would be his.
We won the first prize at a competition held in Tokyo. After that victory, we got serious.
Now every other robot would feel King Kaiser's wrath. The team racked up 30 wins, but mostly on the local circuit. So one question remained. Was the king ready for prime time? Well, Now thought so. And he entered him in Robo 1, the most prestigious robot tournament in Japan. Contestants travel from all parts of Asia to compete in this, the Super Bowl of Robot Wars. Well-known robots like Omnizero 2, Dynamizer, Metallic Fighter, Blackblade, some with big-time corporate sponsorship, were among the heavy favorites. King Kaiser was the new kid on the block, the underdog, the only one operated by an 11-year-old.
I like the way the robots fight. I even like the fighting when I'm playing on my own. Victory is determined by the knockdown count. It's absolutely necessary for the robot to stand up on its own. If the robot doesn't get back on its feet during the 10 count, it's considered a knockout.
Look on his works, ye mighty, and despair! The king really was the king. The Maru family won first place.
The biggest reason we won the first prize in just 2 years is because we participate as a family team.
It's good that we can visit so many places. The traveling is fun.
See, building robots is about more than just piling up trophies on the mantle.
By building a robot with my children and winning Robo 1, our whole family learned an important lesson, that a dream could come true whenever we worked hard.
That dream includes designing a team of robot soccer players and building a team of future robot jocks.
Our new family member is still a baby, but I expect that he will someday become a member of our team. By the time he joins us, his 2 brothers will be designing the robots instead of me, and our team will be even stronger. I hope they will all become engineers and make useful robots for society.
And that looks promising. Kenta's brother has already built his own Lego Mindstorms attack scorpion.
I want my children to be challenged, not just by robots, but by every part of their lives, and always with belief that their dreams will come true.
Geek Dad.